What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I see in the title is going down. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Y'all see it. Pretty crazy. I actually seen part of not this particular video of Benny, but I seen a different clip about this, and I was like, I have to check this out and see what's going down. But let's jump right into it, y'all.
The introduction, effectively, to who Mr. Appel is, not the brightest apple in the barrel, Mr. Appel. Over a glass of wine, apparently, this is all you need to play. Hear that? Hear that? China and all of the, everybody, all of America's enemies. All you need is a glass of cheap Cab Sauv in order to get all of America's dirtiest, darkest secrets and a grinder profile, which is, I guess, James O'Keefe in a Groucho Marx mustache with a pair of glasses. Here we go. They're worried about Trump's revenge. Let's go.
Henry Appel stated that President Biden did not understand basic words in meetings at the White House.
Another time my boss went in to brief him, I heard the talking points. I said, like, oh, this is like a novel phenomenon or something. Like, it's new, like, it hasn't been done before. My boss said it. I was just like, novel? Like, what do you mean, like a book? Like, what do you mean novel? The true meanings of the word novel, like, he lost them.
Henry even goes on to say, on his dating profile, his greatest strength is, quote, oversharing on the first date.
Dang.
You can't make this shit up. Henry Appel states that we, referring to his team at the National Security Council, were crying the night of Trump's victory, claiming they are all, quote, trauma bonded.
So everybody's probably like, she's drawn the right? What?
It's like drawn us closer to each other because, like, we're all going through it together. You know?
We shared trauma.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Trauma bond.
We're trauma bonded, yeah.
Right. What was it like when you guys found out?
There were a lot of tears the next morning. Sure. I gotta find a new job.
Then Henry Appel shares to our undercover journalist, White House officials and national security officials are concerned about the incoming Trump administration coming after them for things they may have done wrong.
We're also, like, concerned about, like, them coming after us. They'd, like, investigate us or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you should be, because you're incompetent at your job. It has nothing to do with you being a Democrat or appointed by Joe Biden. But, well, Joe Biden won't be around to protect you because you say that Joe Biden is mentally dead. I'm just going to assume that, right? It's like you just listen to the guy's words.
Yeah.
Here's what he says. He says Joe Biden is dead. He can't complete sentences. He's like a walking corpse. And we've said that before because that's kind of what he acts like and what he looks like. Here we go.
Prior
keep
to
dragging
the
it on.
meeting, Henry informed our swiper on a text that he had a, quote, lot of tea to spill. Then in the meeting, Henry stated again, here's some tea, and spilled that tea on President Joe Biden's cognitive issues.
Well, here's some tea. Joe Biden is, like, dead. Not literally. Like, he, like, can't just say a sentence.
That's wild.
He's, like, really, like, progressed.
And I feel like I can't even say that I'm surprised that somebody had, came out and said these things. Like, I really feel like I can't be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dang, like he did say that, but it's like, are we actually really surprised that somebody came out, and got this on camera, saying this?
Everybody recognized. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal there.
Henry Appel from the National Security Council revealed a phone call exchange he had with President Joe Biden. On the call, Biden was asking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told Biden that Sullivan had left the office for the day. Biden stated he would call Sullivan's personal phone. Instead, Biden called the same office 10 seconds later asking for Sullivan again. Biden asked, is Jake Sullivan there? To which Henry stated, no, you called the same office, Mr. President.
couple weeks ago, I was like the last one in the office, and he called on my boss. And so I picked the phone and said, "Hello, Mr. President. Like, it's Henry on Jake's phone. He's left for the day, but I can try to get it on the line for you." And he like asked me some questions, and I was like, "I don't know. Like, let me get the track of it down. So I'll call his Secret Service detail." And he said, "No, it's okay. I'll like call his like, 'cause he called me on the classified phone. So it's like I'll try his like unclassified phone. Like, and then he called, and then I was like, okay, well, let me know if you have any trouble. And then like 10 seconds later, same phone. I picked it up again. I was like, "Hi again, it's Henry." He was like, "Is Jake there?" And I was like, "No, you called the same office. Like, let me call the Secret Service detail for you." So I did.
In another encounter with President Biden,
Well, he got to know he really cooked after this video got out, though.
Henry Appel shared that President Biden had called the
He's
NSC
sharing a lot.
White House phone while on a foreign trip looking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told the president that, in fact, Mr. Sullivan was not at the White House, but on the same foreign trip as President Biden.
Another time, my boss was on an international trip with him, like Europe or something, and the phone rang in the office, and I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. President, it's Henry." He was like, "Is Jake there?" He's like, "No, he's traveling with you. He's on the same trip you are."
But I honestly feel like, too, oh, you said that was a year ago. I feel like, too, though, like, this is something that obviously is just, like, more so confirmation because we knew these things. Like, it was more of, like, obviously we're not around Biden, but you can definitely tell what's going on just by how he is, how he acting, how everybody else is acting around him. So you really can see, but I feel like this is definitely something. And like I said, he is cooked. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, bro is cooked just for the simple fact, you know, this video's out, it's literally everywhere. So I don't know. This is definitely crazy.
He'll be dead in a year, or he'll be like out of public life.
So I guess Joe Biden's National Security Council just has eyes and can see photos of Joe Biden looking like the literal ghost of Christmas past. It looks like the Crypt Keeper here. We don't talk about these photos enough. We don't talk about these photos existing enough.
That's wild. I'm not even gonna lie. It's definitely wild. Something definitely crazy that I definitely had to check out. Like, I had to definitely check it out. Honestly, like I said, this is something that obviously we've seen over really just this year, last year. Just how, you know, he was acting, you know, the tripping, the falling, the, you know, the words, and how he's trying to put sentences together and what they're doing, you know, just different things, you know, is just off. And I feel like I said, I feel like, you know, people that are honestly real, they aren't, you know, in denial with themselves. And, you know, that's just what it is. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I don't know. Make sure y'all hit that like, with that subscribe. But definitely appreciate y'all. Much love of every single one of y'all. Y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below about this. Catch y'all on the next one.